everybody to the Petite Kitchen with episode number 6. So today we are doing granola. It is a very simple recipe, but it is so good, so easy to prepare. It will last you a while. Everybody's gonna love it. And it was actually requested by a very dear friend of mine who told me, you know, Yasmin, when you'll be preparing a batch for you, just double it and send us some. So I thought I actually will prepare it together with you so you can all have it at home and enjoy it yourself. So stay tuned. Now the idea is that you have to start with 4 cups of jumbo oats, so not the porridge oats. We add all of the dry ingredients to that. So we're gonna add a teaspoon of cinnamon. We're gonna add a 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt. You're gonna see it brings out the flavor really nicely. And we're gonna add a selection of nuts and seeds like quinoa, flaxseeds, pumpkin and sunflower seeds. Obviously everything should be raw. Coconut flakes and sesame seeds. Now we have to add to this as well 1/2 cup of almonds and 1/2 cup of pistachio that are roughly chopped. Now the idea is that for every 4 cups of oats, you would need 3 to 4 cups of seeds and nuts. I like to mix them up, but you can really use whatever you have at home. I really like to have the big nuts like almonds and pistachios to be roughly chopped and added, and I always have these in a bigger ratio. So that's why this is 1/2 cup, the pistachio is 1/2 cup, and everything else is just 1/4 of a cup. After we have chopped the bigger nuts, we have to just put everything in a bowl, the dry ingredients first, and we give it a nice good mix with a wooden spoon or a spatula. Now if you want to add dates or dried fruits, you have to do it after baking, because I've realized that they do tend to burn when baking. And also you have to really keep an eye, because this really burns very quickly. So you have to keep on checking on the mix very frequently while it's in the oven. Now next, we're gonna add 1/3 of a cup of coconut oil. I'm gonna add the coconut oil first. And then I'm gonna add the honey. That's a tip or a little trick, because that will allow the honey to just glide smoothly out of the measuring cup. I've realized that some videos I'm not smiling enough. It's just this period that's a bit worrisome. So look at that. You see? So we learn a little tip and trick every day. And we need a teaspoon of vanilla. I think by now you know that I just add the vanilla, as we say in Arabic, an nazar. And we just mix everything nicely together until all of the grains and the flakes are nicely coated with the honey and the coconut oil. Now the oven has been preheating at 160 degrees. We don't want this beautiful mix to burn. And as I've mentioned it before, I've had a couple of batches of burnt granola, so you really have to keep an eye. I've just lined 2 baking trays with non-stick baking paper, and you can see the mix is really nice and beautiful. I'm just gonna put it on the baking sheets. And you would want thinner layers so it toasts really nicely. Now, some people like clusters. If you like clusters in your granola, you can add egg whites, and that will give you some nice clusters. I feel that just when tossing the granola, if you do it with a flat spatula, it gives you bigger chunks, and we do love the bigger chunks. And that's it for now. Now, look at that beautiful granola, nice and toasted. It smells delicious. We baked it for around 30 minutes, checking every 15 and tossing it so it gets baked equally. I'm just gonna transfer it to a little jar here. Look at that. Thank you.